to the truth.
Welcome to T.D.T Talk, where we tell you
the damn truth.
Welcome to the truth, where the truth don't lie.
Welcome to the truth, where the truth don't lie, co-host. How are you this evening?
Girl, I am good. How are you?
I am well. Hello, everyone.
Welcome, welcome. We know we running a few minutes late, but y'all know how we do. Charge it to the heart.
Night. We done been busy all day. Make sure y'all give us a what's up, a hello, how you doing in the chat, so we know you with us. This is going to be an exciting topic tonight. Carl,
Yes,
I am putting on my got my cup. Compliments of my sister-in-law. She keeps me, stylish when I'm sipping.
Okay.
Got to get my top put together here, So yes, tonight's foolery was brought to you by this bottle that's been on my bar. It's got dust on it, okay? But we're gonna dust this baby off. This is called somebody gave this to me. A mango moscato.
Okay.
Y'all know I'm a red girl. I'm a red. So
let me know how that tastes.
Look, it's a twist top too.
Because y'all look, she drinking Moscato and I'm drinking some orange juice and some tequila. And we're going to see how tonight pans out.
Orange juice and tequila, that's not the drink you described a minute ago.
I know. I like when you said it. So I was like, orange juice and tequila.
Okay.
I got to get my vitamin C.
Good switch up. Hilarious. All right, y'all. Well, look, welcome to T.D.T Talk, where we tell you
the damn musical truth.
Okay, look, we getting in it tonight. There's been an album that has completely changed my entire life. I could not stop listening to it. Kendrick Lamar's album. What's the title of that? Hold on.
Mr. Morales and the Big Steppers.
Yes, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Tonight we're talking about healing or exposing the truth.
Yes.
And y'all look, June is Pride Month. So in honor of mental health awareness, we want to make sure that we acknowledge this is Pride Month because we're going to be talking about that tonight as well.
Yeah. So look, grab a friend, phone them, tell them to join because this is going to be interesting. It's going to be definitely an interesting conversation. Side note, that wine must not taste delicious from the look on your face. So whoever gave her that wine, shame on you. Apparently it is not delicious.
This is not really working. Y'all, look, bear with me. We're gonna thug it out and make it do what it do tonight. It was left over from like a wine party.
Mm-hmm.
At the end you'd be like, girl, here, take that home, take that. I'm not a Moscato person, so that's probably what this is. It's probably really good to everybody else that don't drink.
Oh, I love me a good Moscato. Good Moscato. Love it.
It's very sweet.
So Trey just joined in, and he said Kendrick Lamar is one of the most talented individuals in the music business. I got to agree with you. I've really got to agree with you. I think I've always liked certain songs by Kendrick. He always had a good thumper here and there, a good banger down the street. And I can't say that I've always listened to his whole album.
Me either.
But baby, this album here,
I couldn't stop listening. I don't know about you, but I could not stop.
And I've rewound it. I got my favorite songs, and I've listened to that album front and back, sideways, in the middle, especially in lieu of us getting ready to talk about this.
Yeah. Now look, Carl, are we rewinding? Are we rewinding nowadays? I mean, is that a thing nowadays?
Hell yeah, because I don't want to miss it. Start that thing over. Drag your finger. Just drag your finger.
Right. Look,
rewind.
Even when like some of the songs were so intense, it's like I still couldn't turn away from it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, my mind is being blown. It's being blown even more, and I just couldn't turn away from. Like I wanted to just be like, pause. Okay, I need a moment to process.
Mm-hmm.
But I couldn't turn away.
Yeah, no,
I was like, no album. The last album I listened to like this was 50 Cent's first album.
Yeah, yeah.
That one did it for me.
I like that album. See,
I
but y'all
beginning to end repeatedly.
see, that's how I am when it comes to R&B. The one album I can say that I listened to from start to finish, y'all know Pretty Ricky. Baby, that Pretty Ricky album, Blue Star, that
Oh,
first album
I
was
love
a
it.
thumper. Love that damn album. I actually
So
listen to
it's
that to
been
this
years.
day.
It's been years, right? Couple of decades.
Yeah,
Since we have listened to an album front and back.
yeah, it's been some time.
Kendrick Lamar, let's get into it. Did he give us what we needed? Was he going through therapy on this album? What was he really doing? You know,
Kendrick was given life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness on this
healing,
album.
healing himself, exposing the truth of Black culture. What was really going on? Did he give out some secrets? Did he say too much?
I don't feel like he gave out too.
I appreciate his honesty. For me, it was honesty. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
thank you for finally saying it on such a public stage. You know, we can talk about it in our small spaces, but to be able to
Mm-hmm.
speak on it through music for the whole world to experience is just that's the platform where this needs to be said. And I'm glad that he had
Yeah.
the courage to do it.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
All
I
right.
agree.
Let's give this disclaimer. We're not playing any music. We are showing lyrics, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But if so, copyright is free use, fair use. Thank you. Also,
Yes.
we do relate what we talk about back to mental health. So if you feel triggered in any way, please contact us and let us know, and we will make sure that we get you in touch with someone who can help you.
All
All
right.
right. So we picked 3 songs to discuss tonight. One of them I couldn't even pull lyrics for. Do we want to go over that? Which one you want to go through first? Where you want to start?
Oh, let's do Auntie's Diary in
All
lieu
right.
of Pride Month. Let's do Auntie's Diaries.
All right. So Auntie's Diaries. Let me see if I can pull us to the side here. Okay. It's like, child. Hold on. Well, let's get into it. Okay. Yeah.
Yep, it ain't letting you do it today, is it?
That's not, but that's all good. Yes. So Auntie's Diary. So this is the lyric that you picked, Carl.
Yes.
Read it. We're gonna let everybody read it for themselves. Reading is fundamental.
Go read it, Sharon. Let's hear your voice. I'll do the next one.
Let's hear your voice. Okay. So my auntie is a man now. I think I'm old enough to understand now. Drinking Paul Masson. Look, okay, disclaimer. That used to be my drink back in the day.
That part.
Oh my gosh, that is old. She took me back. So he took me back. Drinking Paul Masson with her drinking Paul Masson with her hat turned backwards. Back when it was comedic relief to say, and we're gonna say these words. Right?
Yep.
Okay, so faggot, 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 faggot. We ain't know no better. Elementary kids with no filter, however. My auntie became a man and I took pride in it. She wasn't gay. She ate, I ain't gonna say that
That
word.
cooter cat.
That cooter guy, and that was the difference. That's what I told my friends in 2nd grade. She picking me up from school. They stare at her in the face. They couldn't comprehend what I grew accustomed.
Mm,
Now that for me. That's
dope.
I'm gonna go ahead and say, for me, these lyrics, I mean, it was so much. I don't know why it's not letting me switch the screen, but it was so much in these lyrics because, first of all, I do remember. So I'm an '80s baby, born in '75, grew up in the '80s, and now do they even call it the F word? It's like the word. It's like saying the N word.
Yeah.
But back then, that was the word to say, just like white people called us niggas. They did. That's
Mm-hmm.
what it was. And for homosexuals, the word was faggot. So times have transpired, right? And
Mm-hmm.
certain labels and titles are no longer socially acceptable. But that was the word used back in the 80s. It just was. So I like how he kept it real with the timeline, and he actually used that word because it's true to the decade. It's true to that childhood experience.
Mm-hmm.
And like he said, we didn't know. I have gay people in my family, and we didn't know. I didn't know that they were any different. I knew who they were, what they did, but to me, it wasn't any different from anything else because there was no one to tell me that
Mm-hmm.
what they were doing was wrong. So I accepted, my uncles for who they were. They were my uncles.
That
They
part.
love me. I love them. They were no different than anybody else to me. But those hurtful words and things like that, sissy was another one, right?
Yep.
That was another word. As a child, I didn't know because I was sheltered from the hurt and the pain of the things that they went through.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the hurtful things that happen in a very discriminatory way against them. But like he said, as the innocence of a child, you don't know.
Yep.
Somebody teach you differently. And what they're teaching you, just imagine what the world would be like if nobody taught you that. If nobody taught you that being gay was not socially acceptable, because that's what they taught you. That's what we were taught.
Very much so.
Whether you heard it in church or out on the street, that's learned behavior. Whether you heard it from your parents, your family, whomever, you learned that behavior from somewhere. You were not born to think that way.
Mm-hmm. And I love how you say it because we've been in contact about this album since I called you like, girl, have you heard the album? You got to hear the album. Yo, this album is fire. And I like how you brought it back to mental health, social learning theory. It suggests that individuals learn based off of their environment. And I think that's really true. And that's something that we as a community don't even fathom or even really understand the impact of it because we're teaching, we're learning, and it's through the barbecues, the cookouts, the get-togethers, the Sunday dinners at Big Mama's house. It's those behaviors that are learned, and you think children don't know. And as therapists, I will be the first to tell you, Sharon can agree, they know. They know more than you give them credit for. They know more than what you think they do, and they're emulating your behaviors, your mannerisms, all of that. When they're away from you, if it caught their eye, they're going to emulate what they saw. So it's a learned behavior, a learned pattern. Children don't wake up and think, well, today's going to be the day I'm going to be a racist.
Right.
They don't, that's not how their brain is wired.
Mm-hmm.
Their brain is wired to be a sponge and it absorbs everything. So all the negative things that you say, all of any information that you give them, they're sucking it up. And as we know, hatred, bigotry, sexual orientation, discrimination, that's not a one-time topic. Anytime, I recall sitting and kicking it with the uncles, them drinking, and they see a little boy acting real feminine. That was, look at that little sissy, that punk. He a punk. He gonna grow and be a punk. Watch what I tell you. And back then, I didn't know what it was, but the word was hilarious to me. So if I saw somebody mimicking what I viewed at the family function, I was in turn saying it. And I think this Auntie's Diary, it really shed light on a lot of things we as a culture tend to avoid in conversation. It's never acknowledging your auntie or your uncle or your cousin, whomever's, especially back in our day, Sharon, that was your auntie's roommate. That was your cousin's roommate.
Right? Yeah.
You knew damn well they was in that room hunching,
As a
slept
kid,
together.
you don't know. As a
We
kid,
didn't know. Yeah.
yeah.
But that's how they identified it. They always wanted to, wrap it in a bow and make it a lot prettier than what it was. And I think it's those behaviors that are very self-sabotaging when it comes to kids growing up, because then you do encounter something gay or homosexual or curiosity, whatever the case is, and now you're flooded with all of these emotions and you don't know who to tell because your family has spent the past 12 years talking cash money shit about cousin Ray Ray and them and his roommate.
And you're scared to be, yourself because of the negative connotation that has been placed on you loving someone of the same sex.
Mm-hmm.
Which is nobody's business. No one even has to know really what you do in your bedroom. It doesn't make you a different person at all.
Mm-hmm.
You're no different than me. That's what I truly believe. So, the whole social learning theory, I'm so glad that you brought that up, because the things that we learn from society, even the media,
Mm-hmm.
trying to normalize it now, but at one point it was a huge stigma. It still is, but it's, but yeah.
And
So
just to see just to see the transition, like, for the young ones watching this later on down the road, knowing your history and knowing where you came from and where it all began. I had to learn about this in school, and I'm pretty sure you did too, Sharon. But like one of the prolific movements within the gay community was the Stonewall Bar. Stonewall Bar. And
yeah.
that whole movement within itself, like, you have to know where you've come from, and by where you come from, where your community has started from to where they are now. It was not acceptable back in the day to be gay at all. And honestly, I don't know about anybody else, but back in the day, it seemed very cut and dry to me. You were gay, you were straight, or you were down low, which is referred to as being bisexual.
Right.
That was it.
That was it.
Now it's a lot. Even as a therapist, I'm still learning how people identify with their sexuality, because it's not just heterosexual, lesbian, gay. I just found out there is an actual term called heteroflexible. And I was like flabbergasted when I asked the client how they identified, and that's what they told me. I'm heteroflexible. And I was like, is that real? Like, let's Google that.
This is what I feel. If a guy doesn't want to give a girl the title as girlfriend, then he better not be calling himself heteroflexible and all of these other original terms. Okay.
It's a thing. It is a thing.
Yeah, and as therapists, we have to keep up with it because it affects people in many ways as far as
how
they identify themselves personally, and it ties into thoughts, feelings, and emotions about yourself and all of this. So I get it, and it is important, and it is something that we do have to stay on top of. But my God, it's a lot.
It is, y'all. Please if you see a therapist and they ask you questions, just know we are asking from a place of learning, because it is this the LGBTQ plus IA, or is it IA plus or plus IA?
Sure.
Yeah. Whichever one those is. They're ever evolving. They want to add this or take away this, and as therapists, we want to make sure that we're aware and conscious, so we're not being viewed as being disrespectful or putting down someone's feelings. And that's not our intent. That's not me or Sharon's intent whatsoever. So please just bear with them. And don't get hostile, y'all. Some people get real nasty when therapists ask, can you explain exactly what that is and what that means to you? Because bisexual to someone else may differ from your version of what bisexual is. So I don't know. This song was a slapper to me. What was his cousin's name? Something is Marianne now. Demetrius is Marianne now.
Peaches is Marianne now. Yes.
Bruh.
I love that he talked about it. I love that he brought it to the light. I like how he went from, like he kept saying, I understand now. You know,
Mm-hmm.
because as a child, it was very different. And what it is today, looking back on those childhood experiences, you do get it, right? I get it now.
And it was dope because for me, y'all, shout outs to my Gma. She been thugging since thugging was thugging. And like when he was talking about his auntie in this song, it made me think of my Gma. My Gma was pulling some bad females. And to me, that was normal. Like if I ever saw my Gma kiss a dude, I probably would have dropped dead because I just saw her with some big booty females in the Daisy Dukes with the cutoff shirt, fixing her a drink or bringing her some food. And I was like, yo, that is dope. That is so dope. But other people was looking like, no, that's not normal. But to me, it was. My Gma was a pimp. That's just how I saw it.
Well, last question on this. What do you think the Christians are going to say? How the Christians are going to respond to Auntie's diary? Hey,
Oh,
Don.
they ain't gonna be happy about this. But I would prefer someone in the gospel realm
Yeah.
to share an album like this, to be honest. Because as we know, Sharon, there's a lot of demons and skeletons behind religion.
Who?
And,
Okay.
the Lord said in the book of Slapaho, cast not the stone unless your backyard is clean. Like, that's what it says. That's what it says in the Bible. Don't cast your stone if your backyard ain't clean. So I mean, because if you want to learn the latest gossip for your community, go down to Saint Episcopalian Church of God in Christ. You're gonna find who's the hoe, the drug dealer, who was in a domestic violence abuse, and how many females the pastor is sleeping with.
Whoa, look, Donna. So Donna is my cousin, right? We born and raised in the same church, still go there to this day. Donna, so we had a pastor back in the day when I was in high school. Mind you, this was a pivotal time in my life where I needed Jesus, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I had this pastor come in, he was new, and things hit my spirit. Something about him, I was like, something ain't right, something ain't right.
Mm-hmm.
Based on social learning theory, everything I had been taught at this time, by the time I got to high school.
Mm-hmm.
So he would jump really high, like we have the Don. She talk about staggering. He would jump really high. This was back in the early 90s, Donna. You know who I'm talking about. He had just gotten married. We went to his wedding, but he would jump so high. What's the thing in front of the church where you kneel on to take the communion?
The pulpit or the altar.
Oh, the altar. See, Jesus, work with me.
Work with the Lord.
Higher than the altar. The altar is how he would jump high, just jump, catch the spirit and jumping high. And he would twist on back up to the pulpit. And I'm like, well, why he twisting like that?
Mm-hmm.
Why he doing that? But things that were preached were against that in the church, right? And my family tried to hide it from me. There was a whole newspaper article write-up that my bestie brought the paper to school. That's how I found out that my pastor had got caught in the park with a man.
Oh, so he was twisting and shouting because them cheeks was clapped on. It was painful. And let's talk about that. Sharon, let's talk about that because, Christians.
Oh, 2 of them. Donna said 2 of them. Child,
oh, Lord. Them so-called Christians, especially the pastors, and it's 2022, okay? But at the time of this recording, it is 2022. And live your truth. Live your truth. The Bible says a lot of things. It does. And there's a lot of things in the Bible that could suggest other things that happened with Jesus. I know the Bible. I'm a sinner, but I know the word. And it's these pastors with some beautiful wives, others, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, beautiful children. Other ones wear really cute clothes. And
Did.
they're the ones getting caught on Pornhub
Mm.
clapping cheeks. Did you hear about the pastor Donald or Donnie something? He just got caught, and not Donnie Clarkin,
Thank,
not that one. It's
thank
a
you.
new pastor just got caught, and his video then went viral. This
No,
pastor was beating it out of the frame. Y'all, the frame
on the Pornhub,
on Pornhub. Y'all,
a
raw,
video of him and not his wife.
beating that light-skinned boy down.
A
And he
boy.
black as a boot.
Oh, oh, okay.
And so he gave the true definition of laying hands, because he laid hands up and through that po child. I was like, oh, when I read that article, baby.
Oh, shut up.
Hold on,
But
I'm gonna find the name so y'all can hold on.
I'm gonna have to Google it because I hadn't seen anything about it. I know it's on YouTube University though.
You know it is.
Yes, Donna. I know. I remember you helped out with his reception, and he was from the islands. Yes, he was. Sweet guy, literally. But I didn't have any problem with him. I just knew something wasn't coincide, like it wasn't matching. Something wasn't right, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Now, had I been able to keep my innocence as a child, I wouldn't have seen anything different about that. But due to social learning theory, you know, I had the idea that it was wrong at that point.
Getting that, bro. They be getting it. Oh Lord, it was a Nigerian pastor too.
Father.
Jesus. So many pastors, so little time. I'm gonna find out the name, y'all. But yeah, he was caught, and they all went in on him. Like, it was horrible. And he just did a sermon about homosexuality and got caught.
See, you don't speak against it if that's the life that you're living. Just live your truth. It's 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Be who you're gonna be. I'm okay with it. You should be okay with it.
I would respect you more.
Live your life.
Do you, boo-boo, do you? So
God will use anybody to bring people to him, you know, whatever it is, you know. And I'm not saying anything is wrong with you. God will use me, you know, and there is something wrong with you, know. I'm just saying, God will use any person. So you don't have to hide who you are. Just be who you are. Live your truth. And I know that's difficult to do, and it's easier said than done. But there's the suicide rate is increasing, especially amongst young Black women.
mm-hmm.
People are turning to drugs and alcohol. These drugs nowadays, that fentanyl, you know, all these drugs will take you out. Like, they are not the drugs from back in the day. It's not marijuana. It's, you know, it's heavy stuff now. And we're seeing more and more of this in the mental health field. We are seeing increasing cases of this. So
Dwayne Dawkins.
I don't know Dwayne.
Yeah, Florida pastor Dwayne Dawkins.
Dwayne. All right.
And I mean, y'all, yeah. So I think Auntie Diary shed light on a lot of things in Black families that we don't talk about.
Ooh.
Yeah. Sharon.
Ooh.
Sharon.
Ooh.
And I was on Twitter, and it was, and you know, Twitter. First of all, Twitter tell you everything.
Oh.
Man.
Oh, y'all go look it up. But you know, Carl, what he's my type. He's my type. Looking at him.
Yeah. Your type got a type too.
I can't. Y'all moving on. Who next, Carl? Where are we going there?
All right. Next song.
Boo is what I heard you just.
I'm just saying, your type got a type too.
Move on. He ain't checking for you.
He ain't checking for you. He checking for your brother or your uncle.
Okay. Now, do we want to go for the song that I couldn't pull lyrics for?
Which one?
We Cry Together.
Okay. That's why we ain't even talking about that one today. We ain't. No, we ain't touching on that one, Sharon. You said we wasn't gonna touch on it.
Okay. We just did Auntie's Diary.
Mm-hmm.
Father Time.
No, we haven't done Father Time yet.
We're going to, and then
and Mirror.
Oh, you done caught me slipping.
Whole sleeping. I said sleeping. She's sleeping.
You didn't send me the lyrics you wanted for
Yes,
Mirrors?
I did. We literally went word for word. Trey said, Trey said he nasty. Don't trust the preacher named Dwayne. Baby,
Oh,
it be the Dwayne, anything with a D and an M. They don't tend to be, you know, and if you Google it, y'all, these Pastor Eddie Long caught in the act sleeping with somebody.
don't get
It,
on that alone. Rest in peace, Eddie. Rest in peace.
Lord, it's a lot of pastors that was doing something, but they be the first ones in the pulpit to let us know that God don't like ugly, and they doing real ugly things behind closed doors,
According to society, because
according to society. And again, it's 2022. Live your truth. Live your truth, but be careful. In the video, you see he going raw,
oh, oh,
and you have a wife. That's the part that I look at as an individual.
be
Live
safe.
your truth,
Be safe, y'all.
but be safe. Especially if you're gonna go home and your wife got dinner waiting for you. She thought you was at a conference, and lo and behold, you was on a conference call with booty cheeks. I don't. Mm.
Y'all, make sure you like, subscribe, and share, please. We need more people on here. Now, we normally have more people
We
rocking with us.
do.
Where are people at? Let your friends know. They missing it. They need to wake up and come on in now. Come
Come
on in.
on, come on in the room. All right, look. Are we gonna do Father Time, or you want to do?
I'm back on track.
Okay, so Father Time.
Oh, Father Time. Okay.
Father Time.
Okay.
All
Now,
right.
Father Time. This was my quote. The way that it started off gave me
Oh,
everything I needed.
okay. You want me to read it off?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. So you really need some therapy. Real nigga need no therapy. Fuck you talking about? Nah, you sound stupid as fuck. Shit, everybody stupid. Yeah. Well, you need to talk to someone. Reach out to Eckhart. I come from a generation of home invasions.
Okay, now this is the very beginning of the song Father Time, right? And it's a girl telling him that you need some therapy, like you really need some therapy. But I like this quote because the shady way in which she is saying to him, you need some therapy,
Mm-hmm.
perpetuates the stigma that we have in the Black community against
Mm-hmm.
mental health. And we need to stop shaming people for going through challenging life experiences and be able to come in a more loving way to say, hey, I think it would be beneficial for you to kind of talk to someone, but
Mm-hmm.
not in the shady way that she's saying it. As a community, we really need to stop that. And that's why his response to her it was. It was defensive.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So the stigma that we have against mental health is that you got to be real crazy, messed up, effed up in the head in order to need to talk to a therapist. By the time you get there, it's about too late. Okay. You need to come talk to us like you chatting with your homie. I don't know you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know your situation. I'm an unbiased person that you can tell anything to. Won't go nowhere. We'll just talk it out, process it, maybe help you understand a few things or look at things in a different light. But by the time you get to the point where it's like real mental health issues, mental illness, cusp, borderline, or full out, at that point, it's a hard road to come out of at that point. So there's
I
more work
agree.
done. So Black people, we need to break the stigma. Stop shaming people for going through challenging life situations and experiences and embrace it. This is our life.
Mm-hmm.
Our life has not been easy for over 400 years. And something's telling me it's not going to get any easier.
That
So
part.
we need to go ahead and just be like, look, shit is really hard right now.
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay. I need to go talk to someone right now while I'm still good, while I'm still feeling resilient, like I can kind of, overcome.
Mm-hmm.
Not waiting until you can't get out the bed and you feeling beat down by the world and everybody in it. Deep state of depression, anxiety, all these other things. So
Agree.
that's why I love that little piece right there, because it highlights the stigma of mental health just by her tone, telling him that he needs therapy. We need to stop it.
Did you pull up my part, or did you ixnay my part and just put up yours?
Don't go there.
Okay, this is my part, y'all.
Don't
He
come.
said, I got daddy issues. That's on me. Looking for I love you. Rarely empathize for my relief. A child that grew accustomed jumping up when I scraped my knee. Because if I cried about it, he'd surely tell me to not be weak. Daddy issues. Hid my emotions, never expressed myself. Man should never show feelings. Being sensitive never helped.
Now, it's broken up into two parts. You want to do that one first, and we'll go on to the second part?
Yeah, go ahead. You want to start it?
I'm going to let you have it. Go ahead.
Y'all, this one hit me differently because if this doesn't perpetuate the negative hyper-masculinity passed down from grandfather to father to father to son, and then by down on to the generations, that really hit home for me because even growing up, I didn't have a father. So when I got a father, it was a little too late. He tried some of this stuff, and bro, I'll realign your whole jawline. Like I'm the wrong one. I'm a grown man, even at 16. But my mom would tell me too, don't be sensitive. Don't be sensitive. You can't show your feelings like that. People are going to think you're weak. And I've seen with a lot of my clients, these young men who have what I like to call a part-time father, they're constantly perpetuating that statement, boys don't cry, boys don't wear pink, boys don't show emotions, boys don't do this, boys don't do that. And it's because of that, we have these weirdos doing weird things today, i.e. massacres, mass shootings. We have people shooting up people in the church parking lot, the gas station. We got people doing a lot of things because they've been told not to show emotions, keep it bottled up. Well, it's 2022. And as much as we here at T.D.T want you to live your truth, there's also a negative side to that. It's 2022. This is different forms of bullying. It's different stressors that we didn't have to deal with growing up. But now going to school, it's like that old song. It's like a jungle sometime that made me wonder why they're trying to take me under. Like, bruh, like this is some new age shit. So yeah, you can be gay now, you can be trans now. We want you to be sensitive now, but where is it to teach you that fine balance? Where's that? Because there's a lot of censored underlining things being taught and preached in the media that wasn't here before.
True.
So what you take away from this song? What's your second half?
Look here, I got daddy issues. You want to go ahead and do the second part of the verse first? Because I'm going to just sum the whole thing up.
Okay. His mama died. I asked him why he gonna go back to work so soon. His first reply was, son, that's life. The bills got no silver spoon. Daddy issues. But everybody. Gotta go get money, son. Protect yourself. Trust nobody. Only your mama and them. This made relationships seem cloudy, never attached to none. So if you took some likings around me, I might reject the love.
Kendrick Lamar, thank you. Because he summed everything up, I think, right there. So we have these, what you call them, part-time fathers, who kind of step in and step out, and they step in to give this lesson on how to be a man, how to be tough. But did you see how he threw it back on mama? What did he say? He threw it right back in mama's hands. Protect yourself, trust nobody, only mama and them. That's a loaded statement right there.
Very much so.
Because he's so absent, right? That's a loaded statement. But at the same time, The last sentence was mine. So if you took some likings around me, I might reject the love. My God. So we have created a whole society of men who don't understand how to receive love because they got to be so tough all the time.
Mm-hmm.
They can't show emotions. Love is an emotion. Love is a feeling. Love is happiness. Love is so many positive things, but it's all wrapped into emotion and feelings. And if you are disconnected from your emotions and your feelings, then you may reject the love.
Mm-hmm.
How crazy is that? You know, we think we are doing our male child a service by punching them in the chest and making them tough and make sure that, well, we think, because sometimes he turn out gay, right? But we think we're making him a man.
Mm-hmm.
To toughen him up. I understand that the world is difficult and you
That
do
part.
have to have a strong chin in order to go out here every single day and face this world. It's going to beat you down and come back home and do it all over again every day. You have to have a very high level of resiliency to be able
Mm-hmm.
to live in the United States of America. I get it. But at the same time, we're teaching our sons, or the message that our sons are receiving is that I can't be a real human being.
Mm-hmm.
I can't be who I really am. You know, I have to hide behind this fake facade of toxic masculinity, you know, in order to be accepted by my father. You know,
Mm-hmm.
who wants me to lean and depend on my mom because he don't want to do
Mm-hmm.
that the whole time,
At
right?
all.
Don't want to say it. He don't want to say that. He don't want to accept that. You know, that's what it is. But yeah, like he said everything that needed to be said. But I like the way that he said it because
Mm-hmm.
it shows the intent of the father. The intent is good, and it comes from these old learning things, these old ways of learning that we have adopted from old generations.
Mm-hmm.
But guys, we are more educated nowadays. We are more mature. We understand things differently. We have more experiences. We don't have to do things the way that we have always been doing them.
Amen. So
Yeah.
look, you said that pretty. And I'm gonna do devil's advocate today because damn it, this album was worth it. And then I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
get to some of these comments.
Mm-hmm.
But I just want to give a shout out to the fathers that stuck around.
Amen.
I want to give a shout out to the fathers who are raising children that are not biologically theirs.
Yes.
Just kudos to you because I want to let you know, coming up from a single mother for the majority of my life was me, my mama, and my sisters, and a part-time father at that time. My dad, my sperm donor, still a crackhead. 40 years later, still a crackhead. How the hell you still a 40-year-old crack? I mean, 40-year later crackhead is beyond me. But
Awesome.
I didn't know what it was like to be a man. Didn't know. Didn't have somebody to emulate how to be a man. What I had was a strong woman to teach me what not to do when trying to love somebody. I'm not going to make you cry. I'm not going to make you wonder if I'm going to smoke this paycheck up or steal the Christmas gifts so I can go get my next fix. I'm
Yeah.
not going to, be reliable and have you and the family just assed out, booty left hanging in the wind.
Right.
So shout outs to all the real ones because I didn't know how to be a dad. And this shit, first of all, it's not easy. Being a man, growing up with hyper masculinity, and that toxicity that you observe from your friends and their father, and you want to be like them and be accepted. So you try to emulate certain things that you see to pass it on. Because it wasn't until I got in my master's where I was like, I'm not going to teach my son that you can't cry. Boys can't cry. No, I'm going to break that cycle.
Yeah.
And I'll tell my son to this day, you're more than welcome to cry in your room. I don't want to hear the shit. You are entitled to all the emotions you want in your room. Come downstairs and we can process it. But take your ass to your room. I don't want to. I'm watching TV. Martin, y'all know it's on HBO Max.
I was
Martin, all 5 seasons, But again, just giving a shout out to the real niggas, the real men that stayed, that didn't just pop that nut and kept it pushing. Because honestly,
Yes.
being a real dude, being a real man,
Second delay on T.D.T talk, okay?
man, I really feel like there should be a test. It should be a test before you have children. And almost like the SAT. If you score below 200, no.
You can't procreate.
Can't
Cannot
procreate. If you score a 400, one. You can get one.
That
you score 1,500. Do what the hell you want to do. But it be these sorry, raggedy sons of bitches. I said it, and I've been drinking, so I don't give a shit. It be them sorry, raggedy sons of bitches that got 700 damn children and feel you can say whatever you want to say about your baby mama's current husband, boyfriend, whatever the case is, and talk about them. And this the motherfucker that's raising your children. And you think your $30, your 120 every 17 months entitles your opinion to be accurate? No. So shout out to the real fathers, the ones that are raising children that ain't theirs, the ones that are raising their children and growing with them motherfuckers. We gonna be the best men we can by the time you hit 18. Trial and error, damn it, we got this. But the father time, this shit spoke volumes for me. Volumes.
Now, I will say on the flip side of that, so shout out to the real dads. Yes, we love you. But accountability, I'm all about accountability. As women, we need to make better decisions. Takes two to tango. I can say no. I cannot choose you, So we need to make better decisions.
See, but then I gotta flip it on that, y'all. I gotta flip it on that. Yes, women should make better decisions. Who and however, there are some silver-tongued mother suckers in this world like myself. I can sell you your own panties right back to you. Sell it right back to you.
Okay.
And there's women, and I feel like that really shows the character of a woman that's going to stick by her man and do everything she can to help that relationship grow. But I feel like it takes a real woman with some real big ovaries to walk away from what she knows and what she's comfortable with to make sure that her children are taken care of, to know that I'm gonna leave your father because this not good for me. I'm so tired of people saying, you know what?
Not good for the woman or the kids.
Exactly. I'm so tired of females. I stayed for the children. Don't let the children be the reason you've been getting your ass whooped for 18 years. That don't make no damn sense. I stayed because of the kids. Why? You just teaching a cycle of toxicity and drama. And let's be honest, women, just like little boys love their mamas.
Yes.
Little girls love their daddy.
Yes.
So if they see daddy finish her moves on mommy, guess what little daughter thinks is okay? Because that's her concept of real love. If you don't put your hands on me, you must not really love me.
Right.
So come on. I stayed with children shit, that's played out, 90s.
Let's get into some of these comments. So Trey has been cutting up talking about don't trust the preacher named Dwayne.
Amen.
LaSwain says, I was told to talk to God. AOC. Amen.
Amen.
And LaSwain says, my nana told me I wasn't allowed to cry when my uncle passed because I had to be the man for my mom. Oh, can we get into this one just for really quick? Like, oh my gosh. So
we talked about that before.
Black people, stop saying this. This is something we do culturally, to where it's even embedded in the child's mind, even if you don't say it. I gotta be strong for the family. Ain't nobody asking you to be strong for me. You better cry like I'm crying.
Right.
Your emotions and sit in them for your mental health. We need to stop that, but we do that, and that's been passed down. Where did that even come from?
The white man.
Okay, yeah. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Thank you, Trey. And past generations created some emotionally stunted folks. Oh my gosh.
Amen.
They have ruined us and we haven't recovered from it. Trey, I hope that came to a better understanding of the self. Moms often got to be angelic and saintly while the dad was demonized. So true. When the reality is that men and women are complicit in those situations. Okay, Trey, I hear you. And
Go ahead and speak that knowledge.
You're right. You are right. We did the old face job for them. Okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna go with Donna's amen on it. And Donna, yes, the sperm donor. We know. And LaSwain, I be the heat. It be the heat of the moment. The heat of the moment will cause you pain for 18 years. Okay, y'all, we cannot succumb to the heat of the moment. We got to be thinkers.
Yes, and fellas, if you know she got that wop, that ooh, that that bounce back,
be safe.
You wrap it up, and if need be, if need be, stroke one out before you meet up with them. So you're thinking clearly. Mm-hmm. If it's been a week or two and you ain't got your rocks off,
plan and prepare.
Yeah. I told y'all in several.
Don't just run up in there because you're gonna get caught slipping.
You're gonna get caught. And then women do that little thing. They nibble on your ear and tell you some real nasty. And next thing you know, boop, boop.
Yeah.
9 months later. Just saying.
Well, Donna says, but some women are taking the advice from those who know better. Can we go there?
Amen.
30 seconds, just a little 30-second rant. Okay, ladies, stop listening to your mama if your daddy ain't around. Okay, she not the one you want to listen to. Stop listening to your aunties and your sisters who may have been married but are divorced miserably. Okay, because they ain't do what they were supposed to do. Stop listening to people. Stop getting advice from people who are not qualified to give you said advice. Okay, if they're happy in their relationship and not fake happy, but you can see signs and you have as evidence and receipts that okay, that is a good marriage. You cannot say that for yourself. Do not take advice from said person. That person is going to have all the advice in the world to give you. It's wrong. Oh, don't listen. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay.
Hold on, Sharon, before you go to that part, because I want to come right on in. Ladies. That part. Ladies. If you getting advice from a chick that got 14 children with 8 baby daddies, that advice is not for you. It's not.
The math ain't even right.
The math ain't right. The math ain't mathing. It ain't right.
Yes.
Ladies, if your friends believe that it's some real hot girl shit, and that's their phrase, don't listen to them. Because look what happened 2 years ago. It was a real hot girl shit that led to COVID. I blame the females. Y'all was busting it wide open, listening to Megan Thee Stallion, and the world got sick. See what happens?
It's Glorilla now because Glorilla is popping on the radio. I did not think that song was going to make it to the radio. My God.
Oh, yeah, see?
Oh,
we need something new because that real hot girl shit.
On the headlights, at the stoplight, turking on the headlights. If you got your baby, okay, singing that song. If your baby on your hip while you singing that song, okay, don't.
If you making TikTok,
don't take advice from her.
If the person you getting advice from is on TikTok with jean underwear on, with their baby on their hip, pussy popping on a handstand, you should not get advice. That's like me, y'all. I am a big body Buick. And that is like me getting health advice from one of them people on my 600-pound life. Why the hell am I going to listen to you? I'm going to know all the secret menus, all the secret sauce, the last ingredient, but that's not going to be conducive to my weight loss.
Why do I always find, we go on a rabbit hole, but why do I always find fat shit to do? I watch 600-Pound Life because I try to, looking at somebody else's life, mine, but I always find fat shit to do. And I'm like, no, I'm not putting sauce on that. No, change the channel.
Yeah.
We're not doing fat shit. Okay, LaSwain says men do it too, listening to uncles and lonely friends. Oh my gosh, that is so true. Your uncle wants you to be lonely just like him.
And your homeboys want you to be lonely because they want your booty cheeks. It be them pretty niggas, the real pretty ones that got all the females lining up and can do more damage to your pipe than any female you'd have met with. I'm just saying.
Stick to y'all cutting up. Yes, yeah, we got a couple, we got a couple minutes, but do we have another song?
Yeah, we got our last one, Mirrors.
Okay, y'all. All right. So look, the screen looks funny.
It do as hell.
I shouldn't have drank this Moscato. It's got me acting goofy, y'all. But here we go. So, girl, I'm not relevant to giving on profit. Did it say something about? Girl, I'm not relevant to giving on profit. Personal gain off my pain. It's nonsense. Darling, my demons is off the leash for a mosh pit. Baby, I just had a baby. You know she need me. Working on myself. The counseling is not easy. Don't you point a finger just to point a finger, because critical thinking is a deal breaker. Faith in one man is a ship sinking. Do yourself a favor and get a mirror, that mirror grievance. Then point it at me so the reflection can mirror freedom. Oh, she told me that she need me the most. I didn't believe her. She even called me names on the post. The world can see it. Jokes and gaslighting. Mad at me because she didn't get my vote. She say I'm trifling. Disregarding the way that I cope with my own vices. Maybe it's time to break it off. Run away from the culture to follow my heart. I realize true love's not saving face, but unconditional. When will you let me go? I trust you'll find independence. If not, then all is forgiven. Sorry I didn't save the world, my friend. I was too busy building mine again.
I want to start here.
When I say prioritizing yourself first, okay?
Hallelujah.
Tag.
So y'all know music is my shit. I use it in my therapy sessions faithfully, because what you can't say, someone like Kendrick Lamar, Tupac, Biggie, Rakim, boy, they said it for you. They say it for you. He uses in this what we call a mantra. Okay. For those of you that don't know, a mantra is a phrase, a series of words used repetitively to alter your cognitive. So if you're in a dark place, you begin to say things to help get you from that dark to that light. So
positive actions, yes.
It was the viral video that went out with the father and his child in the mirror, looking at themselves. I'm smart. I'm kind. I'm beautiful. I'm intelligent. And the child was able to recite everything daddy was saying. What is that? A mantra. In this song, his chorus is nothing but a mantra. Yeah. I choose me. I'm sorry. I choose me. I'm sorry. And he kept saying it over and over. Baby, if mirrors is not the blueprint of prioritizing yourself,
self-love, yeah,
fuck everybody else.
Yes.
It's a real motherfucker holiday. You need to elevate yourself. We so worried about the next person in the car they got and the Tesla that's on rental and the 24s that's loaned out through Rent-A-Center and all these other things. And we just trying to compete with someone else on material things that we're negating generational wealth. Shit. Let's put the money aside. Generational education. Do you know how many stupid ass kids we come across?
Yeah, much.
And I'm not talking like normal stupid, but like duh stupid, like common sense stupid. Like elevator ain't to the top floor. And you would think I'm talking about children. I mean adults.
Adults, yes, the grown
I mean adults, because I deal with, and I call them children. You younger than me, you a child. Just common sense gone. Yeah. Self-esteem gone. Image of self distorted. And this is just, man, this song to me hits so hard because I would people please. And we all know There are so many people that want to please someone else because you need those likes on Instagram. You need them hearts on Twitter. You need them on Facebook. You
Yeah.
need validation from somebody else. And it's telling you all that fake validation means nothing when your ass is laying in the bed lonely as hell.
Mm. Say
That
it.
that fake validation means nothing when you on your third battery of your self-pleasure. That fake validation means nothing when you're 6 bottles in
Mm.
trying to find comfort in a bottle of gin.
Yes.
It means nothing. But the moment that you begin to elevate yourself and want to do better for yourself, that's when you begin to step into the discomfort and transforming that discomfort into something comforting.
Mm-hmm.
And oftentimes we're so quick for the grams and the likes and the fake validation and the fake well-beings. Them motherfuckers wouldn't give you $5 if your ass was stranded on the road.
Okay.
All them hearts you got for that pretty little outfit that was half of your rent, now your ass is sleeping on your mama couch again.
Mm.
This song to me, Sharon, I don't know about you, but to me, this my anthem for the rest of 2022.
Yeah, I mean, basically in this song, LaSwain says, they be funny. In this song, it made me proud. It made me proud to say, I felt like he was in therapy, and I was like, therapy is working.
Yep.
Therapy is working because it doesn't matter. Well, I won't say it doesn't matter. We take into account everything that's going on in your life, and we bring that right on back around to you. How are you affected? Coping? What can you do to get past this or get beyond? It all comes back to you. What is it that you want? Are your needs being met? I know A, B, C, D, E, F, and G are happening around you and they seem so important, but how is it affecting you, and are your needs getting met? How can we prioritize you? How can we prioritize your feelings, your thoughts? How can we make it so that you understand that you are the most important person and you are the one who matters in all of this? So this song for me, I'm like, my gosh, this song says therapy is working. I would want my clients to be able to speak in this manner once they get to that self-actualization point. Growing into yourself. You're growing into, you like, forget, I finally see it. It is clear. I need to forget you and everybody else in my face right now because you're not serving me. You're not meeting my needs. You're stealing my energy and you're sucking everything out of me. You're taking away from me and giving me nothing. And he's basically like, just forget everybody. I am pushing you all to the side. Not I need to, or I want to, or I will. I am pushing you all to the side. I hope he sounds so courteous with it as well, because he's like, look, this is what I'm going to do for me. I hope that you can do something for yourself, but I'm not going to be able to help you with that. Okay. He's very clear that this is a one person's mission that I am on. Okay. There's a task for me to finally be free of everything that is holding me. So I love it. I love it. If self-prioritizing was a song, this is it.
See?
Yeah. So Swain says, once you do that, people will show you who they truly are. Yes, they will. When they can't get what they want from you,
That part.
You'll see who right with you or not.
And not even if they can't get what they want from you, it's almost as if they can't get that reaction that they're used to getting. They're like, oh, you done switched up. You ain't the same no more. No, I'm just vibrating on a higher frequency.
Yes.
I'm no longer on that budget marketing, basement, pay less shopping level no more, baby. I'm at least at Target now.
Absolutely.
And that's how I really feel. When you grown and you can really identify that you grown, you don't always shop at Walmart no more, because that's where people be coming in with the flip-flops, hair not done. When you grown and you making it, you shop at Target. It's nice. People, the prices are reasonable. It's ways to gauge your growth. That's all I'm saying. Gauge your growth, y'all. If you listen to 3 6 Mafia and pull up at church, that don't make you less of a person. That means you woke up ready for war, but not less of a person.
No, it means that you enjoy music and you enjoy 3-6 Mafia. Don't shame me, Carl. Don't shame me. Okay. I turn it down before I get in the parking lot.
See, no, now look, Sway says, stop talking about me. Now, if I
Okay.
was talking about Sway, when you
shame.
pull up Kevin Gates going to court, school, the grocery store, Chick-fil-A, now you got it.
Look, so Trey, LL Cool J explained how I need love. You know, that's one of my favorites too.
I really liked his music, but I couldn't watch that man's music videos.
Oh, I love them. Everything about them.
He licked his lips more than chapstick. Just, brother, how dry is your lips?
For me, he still does it for me. We went somewhere else. Who's and however. Just to wrap this baby up, put a bow on it. I love the album. Kendrick Lamar, thank you. Thank you for being honest. Thank you for living in your truth. He showed us exactly what he experienced in life and how he is growing as a man. And I appreciate it. And I really, really hope that it inspires other men who have experienced some challenging things in life, who want to grow, to actually get on that journey. I love how he highlights mental health and going to counseling and therapy. And I love how he focuses on that and highlights it in this album to normalize it. You know, Black people, we need to break the stigma and start asking for help, going to get help. Here's the thing, you know you need help. Everybody around you know you need help. But everybody's whispering. Everybody's trying to talk to you quietly. Nobody's saying, hey, boo, you know, come on, I found this person. I think she'll be great for you to talk to. You know, I just don't know what to do or to say. But I'm here. I'm available. I will not hunt you down or work harder than you will.
That part.
But you got to want to help yourself. And his album says, I want to grow. And that's a decision you have to make on your own. Love it.
All right. So look, my closing thoughts is Kendrick was the GOAT. I told y'all in the beginning of this, that man has some bumpers and some thumpers that I like. What he say, wake up, drink, swinging, drink. That was my song. I love that song. But you see the elevation.
Yeah.
He had a mind frame of X, Y, and Z when he started, but where he is now, he's letting you know, I'm not the man I used to be. And that's all I can aspire to do. Know my past, but appreciate my growth.
Yeah.
Because the old me would have slapped the hell out of you and burnt shit up. That's the old me. The new me has degrees and licensures, and I work way too hard.
Thank God for Amen.
Way too hard. But I had to learn. I had to understand who I was. And I really feel like being able to hear this album, this is for that maturing mind. That maturing mind, not yet mature, not still juvenile. This is for that individual with a maturing mind that wants to elevate and needs to hear that, I'm sorry, celebrities are just like us. They put on their draws one leg at a time.
They grow up in the same families that we grew up in.
And he shared it. He shared the shit on this album is the shit I've seen. Even that We Cry Together, that toxic love, been there, not my marriage.
I was like, oh, I said, oh, it sounded like he just like recorded a whole conversation that I have had. Like,
yeah. But had that relationship in high school, you know, real toxic, because like, it was a thrill. I hate you, and get a phone call 10 minutes later, and your mama told you to hang up the house phone. Y'all remember them days? We didn't have, we had Nokias, and the battery died after about 30 good solid minutes, or 2 real good gaming of Snake. Y'all remember the days?
I didn't get to college, so I don't remember, but it's okay.
Again, she don't remember because she brought down Freaknik. So
Don't
We can't take her word for it. She literally put a stop to Freak Me.
do
That's all I'm
not.
saying. But if we were able to give this 2 thumbs up, baby, Kendrick, you
4.
got this, player. You got 2 thumbs up. So 4 total. You did it. And I was just talking to Sharon and a few other people. I'm so tired of hearing things about females doing good. They have a good love song, but you don't hear that. Like, dudes, we need some positive affirmation too.
Love.
And that mirrors. That's my positive affirmation. Because
Okay.
I can't listen to Auntie Mary and look at myself in the mirror and say good morning, gorgeous.
Right.
I can't. The real nigga in me can't do that.
We got to take it down by levels. You know, we can't just take you from punching you in your chest and saying "man up" to it's okay, beautiful. You can cry today. That's just levels to this. We got to
And the real gangster in me can't.
Not gonna receive it. No,
I'm not. It's not. It's not.
What are you talking about? He tried 2 legs and busted.
Because he tried to be a superhero when he put on his drawers.
Oh, did that. Carl, another great show.
Awesome.
Now, thank you for rocking with us for over the hour. We appreciate it, but we had to highlight this album.
Yes.
Just really dissect a portion of it and get into it. I find myself listening to it at least every other day, if not every day, a couple of songs. But yeah. Co-host.
We did that. Y'all, make sure you like, comment, share, hit that bell notification.
Okay.
So you can get the reminders that we meeting up every other Friday. Next, in 2 weeks from now, y'all, bring y'all cup. Mine is empty now, but bring your cup.
We done.
Come sit and enjoy an intellectual kiki, ha ha, some real motherfucking shit right here on T.D.T. We'll see y'all next time.
Good night.
Hey.
To the truth, welcome to the truth, welcome to the truth, where the truth don't lie. 3 T's, no lie.
Thank you. Tune in next week. Same black channel, same black host, and we'll holler at you at the same black time. Bye.
Bye.
Right.